Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Heavy Metal Devils. Danny here, bringing you some of the latest Manchester United news that broke yesterday and this morning. But before we get right into it, let's go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Let's get those numbers up. And yeah, anyway, let's just get right into it. Mason Mount. Mason Mount has or is about to complete his medical and will sign possibly today. We can expect maybe an announcement today. Pictures of him in the shirt maybe today, if not tomorrow at the latest. But yeah, looks like that deal is all but completed. He signed for £55 million plus 5 million in add-ons. So around 60 if everything goes well, and we do hope everything goes well. But yeah, looks like he is going to be announced either this afternoon or sometime tomorrow. I think he's almost completed with his medical. So yeah, expect some pictures of him in a Manchester United shirt extremely soon. Don't forget, we already got the here we go. So everything seems to be done and complete, just waiting for the medical and the photos to come out. Now, Rasmus Hojlund. Lots of news breaking out with Rasmus Hojlund over the last 24 hours. Apparently, the other day, we went in with a 30 or 35 million euro bid for Rasmus Hojlund, which was immediately turned down, and it looks like we're about to go in for another bid worth about 40 million, which I think is an appropriate price for a guy of his stature. He is definitely potential. He's not proven just yet. But let me just say this. I don't think we've actually made any bids. I think we've just inquired. We've gone about, I think it went like this. We went, hey, how's 35 million? They said no. And now we're going to go, hey, what about 40 million? They're probably going to say no. I think what we need to do, or what will get this deal done, is maybe 40 or 45 million, plus another 15 to 20 million in add-ons, which if they think he's as good as they say he is, and he really, really could be, that those add-ons should be extremely achievable. Maybe like a goal add-on or a Champions League add-on, something like that. Add-ons that are extremely achievable for Atalanta to get that extra 20 million euros, because the rumors are that he is going to be very, very good, but he just hasn't done it yet. So I think a 45 million euro offer plus the add-ons should be enough to seal his signature. And yeah, let me know if this is the striker you want. He's not the first string striker I'd like. I'd like, a more established striker that can guarantee goals, but this guy does get me very excited. I do like the prospect of having a young striker that we could have at the club for another 10 years or so, and that we can make better. And if not, hopefully we can just make him better and maybe sell him on and make some money for once, because, we're really, really good at that. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you think about Rasmus Hojlund. Will he sign? It does look like it. I've been hearing that the deal is extremely hot. Yeah, I'm excited for this one, and I'm looking forward to see what he might do in the shirt. I'd expect maybe some big movement happening on this in the next week to 10 days, hopefully before we head out to our first game next week. And yeah, anyway, let's move on. Andre Onana. There's been lots of talks. I think on Friday it broke out that we were going to make a bid that evening so we can get so Inter can get that money before the financial year ends or something like that. But I don't think, and I've heard other channels and people say this, I don't think this deal is as far along as we expected it to be. All the talks about it being almost a done deal are all coming out of Italy, and they love to push stories and like to push transfers. But word from the club is that the deal is actually not as far along as we think. They're still scheduled to talk to David De Gea this week. He's just wrapping up his wedding stuff, so I think they'll get him in this week to find out, what's going on with there. But I don't expect him to re-sign. We've kind of embarrassed him. I wouldn't re-sign. I'd go find another place to play. And there's also been talks about the goalkeeper from Feyenoord. I'm not even going to attempt to say his name because I will butcher it, but the goalkeeper from Feyenoord is on our list, but I have read that he did make quite a few mistakes, but he does seem very, very good as well. But I think I am hearing that Feyenoord are not willing to sell him just yet. So I don't think that one will happen. I will keep an eye, and everyone should keep an eye on Andre Onana. I do think that will happen. I just don't know if it's going to happen before a striker just yet. We do need a goalkeeper. It's just, I don't know where we're going. And we have our own keeper, apparently, that's been on loan. I got to remember his name. Give me 1 second to see if I can remember his name. Is it Kovar? And apparently he did really well at, was it Sparta? Something, I can't remember. Give me 1 second, looking. Yeah, you know what? It don't matter. Arloni's goalkeeper did do very well. So maybe he's an option. Maybe he can be... I'm looking right now. I know it's like Mateo, Mateo Kovar. He was at Sparta Prague, won the league, had loads of clean sheets. Apparently is really good at distributing the ball as well. So maybe he's worth a look on preseason. He could be, if we do get like Andre Onana or Acosta, this guy would be a great backup. And I would stick him in on the cup games to develop him and see how he does. Because maybe we'll have Onana or Acosta for a few years and then we move them on and bring this guy in because he is young. But yeah, from what I've heard, he's been very, very good last season. So yeah, let me know what you think. Should we go for Andre Onana or should we have a look at Mateo Kovar? Maybe I'll do a little more in-depth report on Mateo Kovar just to see how good he actually was at Sparta Prague. And imagine him coming back to our team with the winner's medal and rubbing that into all of our faces. That'd be excellent. And another interesting transfer target or news was on Amrabat, the CDM for Fiorentina. Apparently, he has experience with Ten Hag playing at Utrecht years ago. I think he was like a teenager. So I don't know how solid his connection with Erik Ten Hag is anymore. But apparently he has 1 year left on his contract and would cost maybe around 20 to 30 million euros. He absolutely balled it up in the World Cup and in the Conference League final. He outplayed Declan Rice. I watched that entire game and he was everywhere. He was the main man of that game. And I think this would be a great signing, in my opinion. I don't know if he would replace Casemiro. He is like 26 years old already. He could be a replacement for Casemiro, but imagine him playing alongside Casemiro for games against Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. Those big games, we could use some more we can solidify our midfield a bit more. So yeah, I'm not sure about this link. It kind of popped out from Football 365. I don't know if they're too reliable, but it was reported in Football 365 through The Athletic. And I know The Athletic can have some solid links. So yeah, maybe keep an eye on that one as a cheaper option for our midfield. I'm all in for it if we do make a move for this guy. He is an absolute baller and the price seems pretty decent. I would go in with 20 million, see what they say. And hey, we can get a much better midfield if we get him in. Let me know what you think. Should we get Amrabat in? Because for me, it's 100% yes. And lastly, let's talk just a little bit about this takeover. Obviously, there's not much happening with this takeover. There's been reports that saying Sir Jim is completely out of the race. I don't think so. It's apparently I think over the weekend, Sheikh Jassim has been filing paperwork, which people think this is the paperwork to start finalizing this takeover with Manchester United, but it hasn't really been reported anywhere reputable yet. I just see this dragging out. I said this on my first video that I don't think this deal will be done until the end of summer at the soonest. Just you have to look at it. Once they do decide who the owner is going to be, they need to go through multiple steps with the Premier League to see if they will be suitable owners. So it's not like they come in and the next day they're, increasing our budget, fixing our stadium. This is going to take months. So this is going to be a total Glazer off season, a Glazer transfer window, which is the worst news that we could have possibly had this summer. But it is what it is. Ten Hag should hopefully stick around because he does know that the takeover and ownership will change soon. He just needs to get through this ridiculously tough period of our owners just shitting on us all over again. So yeah, not much going on with the takeover. Like I said, there's been reports of Sheikh Jassim filing his paperwork, but we don't know what that paperwork is for or if that's even a legit report. So it does look like he is going to be the front runner. It's just this thing's moving slower than a snail, I guess you could say. So yeah, let me know what you think about the takeover. I probably already know what you're going to think about the takeover. It's a shambles. It's a shit show. But we'll get there in the end, hopefully without the Glazers staying. So yeah, that's your morning news, your afternoon news, whatever time you're watching this. And yeah, I'll see you all on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, do whatever you need to do. I'll see you later. Peace.